everybody, welcome back to the channel, Goblins and Warlocks, and this is a series I'm doing. It's taking a little bit longer than I care to admit, but it was requested that I break down each role if I can, and this is what I'm doing. So now we're at the video of the minions, which are on the werewolf team, but don't do anything too crazy or too special. They're just trying to help the werewolves win so they can win. And obviously we're starting out with the minion. Again, I'm using rules straight out of the book. I'm not adding any homebrew rules or elements to these videos other than what I did for the vampire, which made it a lot simpler, which I found to be very effective. But these are the minions. So in Dice Art Werewolf group, we've coming up other ways for the minion to work, like protections and stuff. I'm not going to go too far into it. But the minion, on the first night, you know who all those werewolves are. Who are all on the werewolf team. You do not find out like there's a sorcerer wolf, if there's a mystic wolf or a wolf hunter. You don't know anything. You just know who's on the werewolf, who the werewolves are. They do not know who you are. So you have to subtly hint to the wolves, hey, don't kill me at night because I'm on your team. I'm trying to help y'all win. The wolves does not say anything about parity. So that'd be a moderator question for whoever's running your game. If it doesn't say anything about parity, that does not matter for parity, then I would say yes, they do count towards this parity because it doesn't say anything. So the minion will count towards the village or count towards the wolves as parity. That's how I interpret that role. So that's what I would do. That being said, that's it. You're the minion. You're on the wolves. You're working with the wolves. You're not a werewolf. You don't wake up with them. You don't do anything with them. They don't know who you are, but you know who they are. So good luck. They've added a lot more with the new set. So the original set only had two of these, and here's the other one. Here's Sorceress. Each night you'll learn who the seer is, if there's a seer or not. Let me double check to see if they added anything in the rules for her, or she's still self-explanatory. Yep, Sorceress does not know who the wolves are. That's the difference. Sorcerer is on the werewolf team. Each night she looks for the seer. If they find a seer, they can probably just out themselves. Hey, I found the seer, so seer's right over there. Wolves, kill them. Boom, I'm done. My job is done. Again, it doesn't say anything about parity, so maybe they don't want to do that. I don't know. But for me, if I was playing a sorceress and I found the seer, I'm just coming out. I don't care. Our seer's over there. Wolves, whoever you are, kill them. I don't care if you kill me. But that is the sorceress. And that is all for the traditional werewolf. I don't know, werewolf team roles, but not werewolves. Now we're getting into the new stuff. The illusion artist. Each night choose a player. A seer will view that player as opposite that night. And that's what I'll go into. So if they choose a villager, they will show basically each night you're giving somebody a liking ability. See, this is illusion artist. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. That's illusionist. Not in this one. Other rule book. Why didn't it just make one rule book? Let's make it easy for me. No, I'm gonna make 3 rule books. Alrighty. Illusion artist. Be sure to note the illusion artist target on your moderator pad. Blah, blah, blah. As easy is to forget, show the seer the opposite for that player. That's all it says. Each night, choose a player. The seer will reveal that player as the opposite that night. So I would imagine it does not stay. I think it doesn't say anything in the rule books, and it doesn't really say it on the card, but I'm assuming each night that one player is opposite of the original team. So if they're a villager, they show up as a wolf. If they're a wolf, they show up as a villager. I think that's how that works. Just for that one night only. It doesn't stay. I'm assuming that's how that works. That's how I would play it. So that's all the rules say about it. So each night you choose a player. That player becomes... They show themselves to whatever seer's in the game as opposite team they're actually on. I love this art. Art's pretty amazing. Apprentice illusionist. If a seer sees you, their next view will be opposite. So, again, this really can't really go too much into these. Yeah, let me make sure I tell you correctly. Apprentice seer, or I'm sorry, apprentice illusionist. If the seer views the apprentice illusionist, they get a thumbs down, not a wolf, right? The next action, whoever they look at, would be the opposite. So if they look at a villager, they'll get a wolf symbol. If they look at a wolf, they get a villager symbol. And that's the one-time thing. So it happens once, not after that. So not like the rest of the game, they get opposite. They only get immediately the next check after apprentice illusionist is opposite. And it's back to normal after that. Hope that makes sense. If not, leave them down in the comments and I'll explain further in comments. All right. Some sick art for this one. Count Lycanthrope. First night, learn how many wolves are on each side of the village and which side has the seer. Ooh, let me go consult the rule book for this to make sure I tell you correctly. All right. The moderator indicates the players each side of the village, at each end of the village halves. It's a little harder to do online. I guess you would say if you number the players 1 through 10 or something, and 10 through 11 or whatever. I don't know. And then shows the count how many wolves are on each half, including likings. So you also tell them likings and half, and which half contains the seer. So all right, pretty self-explanatory in the card. Only thing it doesn't say, you also learn who likings are too. So for the count lycanthrope, you learn how many wolves on each side plus likings and which side the seers are. And that's it. And you win with the wolves. You're on the werewolf team. All right. That's when we have the devotee. Each night learn one wolf. It's got to be more than that. Let's see. During the first night, the moderator indicates the nearest wolf. If both directions are tied for the nearest, break the tie to the right. Each night, the moderator indicates the next wolf in the same direction. Once they informed all wolves and lichens, the devotee no longer is called a knight. All right. So, for the devotee, you're in a werewolf team. You're just trying to find out who your team members are. And the way the rules state, you'll learn the closest one sitting closest to you. If the person is tied, the moderator breaks the tie by choosing the person on the right, and then go back to the left, right, left, whatever, whoever's closest. And once you learn who's all on the werewolf team, you no longer wake up. Which is a little tricky too, because if a curse turns after you found everybody, I guess, how would you do that as a moderator? Maybe just re-wake them up and say this person is now on your team. I don't know. I think I would just send a message to them. Actually, if it was online, if we were doing it on Zoom like I normally do, I would just message them. I won't even call them at night. But yeah, that's the devotee. Now we have the illusionist, not the apprentice. If the seer sees you, the subsequent nights will be opposite. And I think this is the one. Everyone is messed up. So let me double check the notes, the actual rule book. The moderator should show the seer a thumbs down for the illusionist, so they're not a werewolf. Okay. From that point on, the seer views all seer views will be given to them as opposite of what they actually are. For instance, the seer sees a wolf, they see a thumbs down from the moderator. After viewing the illusionist once, seer will always see opposite even if they view the illusionist again. All right. This is a permanent to the apprentice. So the illusionist, the seer sees the illusionist, all the seer reads are opposite from therefore out for the rest of the game. That is super powerful. There's mud, as somebody says at work. All right, the mummy here. Mummy, whatever. Each night, each player to choose a player to be hypnotized. That player must vote the way you do. The moderator will instruct the chosen player to change their vote if it's not the same as the mummier. Okay, this is done for every vote that day, but after that day is over, the player is no longer hypnotized. The mummier may not choose the same player twice. If the player is hypnotized both by the mummier and the mummy, if they're both in there, I guess. Mummy is a villager. We'll cover them in the villager video. So make sure you watch that too. The mummy determines which way they vote. So if in an instance you have the mummier and the mummy in the same game, and they choose the same player, the village mummy will override the mummier, so theirs will not take effect. And that's how that works. And if they choose Jim Bob to vote down and they vote up, the moderator would tell Jim Bob, your vote is counted down, not up. So then he's got to look at who's voting down, try to figure out who the mummier is. The reviler, I don't know. Each night you may target a player. If that player is a special villager, that player is eliminated. If not, you are eliminated. All right, so you're on the werewolf team. This is the werewolf version of the revealer, I guess. And you may target a player, so you do not have to do this every night. Keep that in mind. It's a may ability. Let me go further into the rules. If a player is indicated as a plain villager or is not on the village team, the revealer is eliminated. All right, cool. Each night, choose a target player. If that player is a special villager, they are eliminated. If not, you are eliminated instead. So it's not like they still get eliminated if they're not. You'll just die and nobody else will die. That's how it works. All right. All right, so you basically have to target the seer, the bodyguards, and stuff like that, or you will die. All right, this is going to be a weird one. We have to spawn. Go ahead and start getting the rule book because it's going to be interesting. If you have not been eliminated when all other wolves have been eliminated, you become a wolf. Lycans do not need to be eliminated for the spawn to be. All right, let me go to the rule book before I say any more. As long as there's one other wolf in the game, the spawn is on the wolf team, but is not a wolf. You're the fail-safe last wolf. You don't wake up, you don't know who all the wolves are. You're not a wolf, so I'm assuming you can kill too. Oh, by the wolves. Doesn't say anything about that, so. You're the last-ditch effort for the wolves to kill, and the last one's killed. And Lycans do not fit this rule. That's what the spawn does. Cool. We got about 4 more left. Coming towards the end of this one. We have the spy. Each night, learn who the seer viewed. And that's self-explanatory. I don't imagine anything. Well, I guess there is. Moderator will point to the player the seer pointed at, but does not tell the spy if that player was indicated as a wolf. Moderator does not point to anyone if the seer was previously eliminated. So, the spy, you're just learning who the seer looks at. And then if you wake up and the moderator does not point to anybody, you know the seer is dead. That's it. You're on the wolf team. You're on the werewolf team. These are all on the werewolf team, by the way. The red bar means they're on the werewolf team, but you're not a werewolf. Next one is evil empath. Each night, learn if the seer is adjacent to a wolf. Moderator gives a thumbs up to the evil empath if the seer is next to a wolf at the beginning of the night. When the evil empath is eliminated next night, the moderator will show the wolves that last thing the evil empath was shown, thumbs up or down. Okay. All right. So each night you learn if the seer is adjacent to a wolf, and if you die, the wolves find out your last information. I kind of like it. That's pretty good. Might use it. Again, if you need more clarification on these, I can always post the exact rule verbatim in the comments if you need a certain role. All right, the cloak. Any wolves or lycans next to you appear to the villagers appear as villagers to the seer. yeah, I think this is to your neighbors, one on each side will appear if there are any wolves or lichens. So you kind of help the villagers out too if it's a lichen there. If a wolf is next to the cloak, if they are neighbors at the start of the night, even if the cloak is eliminated at night. Oh, hold on. So basically what it's saying is if a wolf at the start of a game is next to the cloak, and when the cloak dies, it's still cloaking the werewolf no matter what. I think that's what it's saying. Oh, if it's eliminated at night. That's the catchphrase. Catch. So if the cloak is eliminated at night by any means, I guess, it's still working to cover the wolf up. Or the lichen. One of those tricky wordings, you got to pay attention to wording. And again, like I said, their rules is not very explanatory that well. I've used this one. This is the last one for this video. The Den Mother. Each night learn if the seer found a wolf or if the seer has been eliminated. So each night you learn if they found the wolf or been eliminated. Let's consult the thing here. So the moderator should give a thumbs up if the seer found the wolf. Thumbs down if the seer did not find the wolf. And if the seer has been eliminated previously, the moderator should drag their thumb across their throat. All right, cool. So the Den Mother will find out what the seer found out. But they won't know the target, obviously. They'll find out that they found the wolf, seer did not find a wolf, or if they've been killed. And that's it. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Again, this has been the Werewolf team, but not werewolves edition. The minions, so to speak. So hope y'all really enjoyed this video. Again, some of these are really intricate. The card themselves don't explain all the rules. You have to actually go into rule books, and like I said, there's 3 rule books I have to sort through and understand beforehand. But yeah, that's it for this video. That's when we'll be doing the werewolves, and then the long video of all the villager roles. And there's a lot of them, a lot more than the rest of them, so we'll get those knocked out too, and then that should be the end of the series. So again, thank you for hanging out, watching. Hope some of these explain the rules. Links to everything as previously stated in other videos: the Dice Tower Werewolf group, Facebook group, Discord, my Discord, giveaways to my Discord or in my Discord, my Twitch. D&D stuff is also on my Twitch and Discord, so if you're interested in that stuff, come on over. Love to have you. And until next time, peace! Standing at the cross.